Today, fans witnessed a side of Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos that few ever see. Raw, emotional, and deeply human. In a moment filled with quiet strength, Mark stands firmly by Kelly's side as she faces a painful reality. This isn't drama. It's love, honesty, and the kind of support that truly touches the heart. Stay with us, because what you're about to see will move you and remind you what real partnership really looks like.
Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have long been admired as one of America's most genuine and enduring celebrity couples. Their love story, built over decades in the public eye, has often been described as honest, resilient, and refreshingly real. But even the strongest partnerships face moments that test emotional limits, and recently, fans witnessed one of those rare, vulnerable chapters. This update isn't about shock or scandal. It's about something far more human: emotional strength, quiet support, and standing together when life feels heavy. Viewers who regularly watch Kelly Ripa on television know her as energetic, cheerful, and endlessly professional. She has mastered the art of bringing warmth and humor into millions of homes every morning. That's why recent moments, subtle pauses, softened expressions, and quieter reflections caught fans' attention. There was no dramatic announcement, no breaking headline, just a shift in tone that longtime viewers instantly felt. Mark Consuelos, sitting beside her or supporting her behind the scenes, appeared noticeably protective and emotionally present. It wasn't exaggerated, it wasn't staged, it was real. And fans noticed.
Mark Consuelos, strength without words. Mark Consuelos has always been vocal about his love and admiration for Kelly, but this moment required something different. Instead of speeches or public statements, he showed strength in a quieter way, through presence. Sometimes support isn't about fixing a problem. Sometimes it's simply about standing firm, staying close, and letting someone know they are not alone. Mark's calm demeanor, his attentive listening, and his steady reassurance reflected a deep understanding of partnership. It was the kind of support that doesn't demand attention, yet speaks volumes. Fans described it as powerful, moving, and deeply respectful. Kelly Ripa's honest humanity. Kelly Ripa has never pretended to be perfect. Over the years, she shared stories about motherhood, marriage, career pressure, and personal growth. That honesty has always been part of her connection with viewers.
In this moment, she didn't overshare. She didn't dramatize. She simply allowed herself to be human. There's something incredibly brave about showing up when you don't feel 100%, especially in front of a national audience. Kelly's ability to remain present, professional, and authentic, even when emotions are close to the surface, reminded fans why they trust her. It wasn't sadness for attention. It was honesty without explanation. Why fans felt so connected? Social media quickly filled with messages of support, not because viewers were told to feel something, but because they recognized something familiar. Many fans shared comments like, "This is real marriage. You can feel the love between them. They remind us that it's okay to have hard days." In a media landscape often filled with exaggeration and controversy, this quiet moment stood out. It felt relatable. It felt respectful. It felt true. People weren't reacting to gossip. They were responding to emotional authenticity.
Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have been together for decades, navigating careers, parenting, and public scrutiny. Their relationship has never been presented as perfect, but rather as committed. They've spoken openly in the past about communication, compromise, and choosing each other daily. This recent moment didn't contradict that narrative. It reinforced it. Real love isn't just laughter and red carpets. It's patience during uncertainty. It's calm during emotional strain. It's showing up, even when words fall short. The power of quiet support. What made this update so impactful was what didn't happen. There were no dramatic gestures, no emotional monologues, no public breakdowns. Instead, there was quiet strength. Mark's steady presence beside Kelly sent a powerful message. You don't need to solve everything to be supportive. Sometimes the most meaningful support is simply staying. That kind of love doesn't demand attention, but it earns respect. In today's fast-moving media cycle, emotional honesty is often overshadowed by sensationalism. This moment reminded viewers that vulnerability doesn't need exaggeration to be meaningful. Kelly and Mark showed, it's okay to have difficult days. It's okay to lean on your partner. It's okay to be strong and emotional at the same time. For many viewers, that message mattered more than any headline. Respecting privacy while sharing truth. One reason this update resonated is because boundaries were respected. There was no oversharing, no speculation, no turning a personal moment into entertainment. That balance between honesty and privacy is rare. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos allowed fans to see enough to feel connected without revealing more than necessary. And in doing so, they earned even greater trust. At its core, this wasn't just a celebrity moment. It was a reminder that strength can be quiet, love can be steady, honesty doesn't need explanation. In a world filled with noise, this moment spoke softly and was heard loudly. Fans continue to show support. As messages of encouragement continue to pour in, one thing is clear: viewers aren't looking for drama, they're looking for authenticity. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos didn't give fans a spectacle, they gave them something better, a real glimpse into partnership, resilience, and mutual respect. And sometimes, that's exactly what people need. Final thoughts. This sad but honest update wasn't about heartbreak in the traditional sense. It was about emotional truth, about standing strong together, about love that doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. Mark Consuelos standing beside Kelly Ripa, calm, steady, and supportive, reminded everyone watching that real strength often shows itself in silence. And Kelly Ripa, continuing forward with grace and honesty, reminded fans that being human is not a weakness, it's a connection.
As we watch Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos navigate this emotional moment together, it's a powerful reminder that love isn't always about grand gestures or dramatic declarations. Sometimes the strongest support comes from simply being there, quietly, patiently, and unwaveringly. Mark's calm presence beside Kelly shows us what true partnership looks like, standing together when life gets heavy, holding each other up without needing applause, and finding strength in one another's company. Kelly's honesty and vulnerability remind us that it's okay to show emotion, to acknowledge struggles, and to be human, even in front of millions of people. There's a lesson here for all of us. Emotional strength isn't about hiding tears or always appearing perfect. It's about courage, authenticity, and connection. We want to hear from you, our viewers. How do you support someone you love during their hardest days? Have you ever experienced a moment where words weren't enough, but just being there made all the difference? Share your stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear your experiences and celebrate the quiet strength in all of us.